Hi guys, welcome to Talk and Chalk. I'm Beck. It's nearly the end of the year, so I thought I'd share with you some of the Christmas themed activities I've been doing in my classroom. So if you want to do them, you can replicate them in your room or modify, do whatever you want. I know not every classroom or school celebrates Christmas time, but in the community that we're in, everyone here celebrates, so we like to do some festive things. So you can see behind me, I've started working on a fireplace. What I've done is I've cut up some Brennick squares just straight in half to be the bricks. And then the kids have put their names around, oh, I wonder if you can see them there. Just in a dark pencil, they put their names around the edge so that, you know, from a distance, it kind of gives it a little bit of a rough look. It's a bit hard to see on the video there. But then when they go up close, they know where their name is and they can point it out to each other. So I was thinking of doing a fire down here, but I think what I'll do instead is I found a funny picture of like Santa Claus hanging upside down. So I might have Santa hanging upside down, and when I finish the bricks at the top there, his legs can stick out at the top. At the very top of the pin board up there, you can see I've started to stick up Christmas cards. They're the cards that kids give to me each year, and what I do is as I pin it up, I try and make it go into the shape of a Christmas tree so they can see the patterns as it goes through. And then sometimes they help me move them around to figure out whether, you know, if they're landscape or portrait, which ones should go where. So we started, this is my board that I use for must do, can do activities. We just put up a little thing saying how many days until Christmas and how many school days until school holidays start. And then I've got the numbers down the bottom here so that I pick a kid each day and they can come and change the number and figure out how many days we've got left for each one. This is our little tree. I got this for $5 from Kmart, and it came in silver or black, and I'm sure there was a green one as well. Don't hold me to that, but I think there was green too. $5 though. It came in a box about this long, easy to set up. This was just one piece. I just pulled it out of the box and then folded down the branches. Too easy. And then I got these little baubles here. It was a pack of 36 little baubles, and there's also really shiny gold and shiny blue ones as well. But what I've done is I got a permanent texter and let each of the kids write their name onto a bauble, and also some of the teachers who come in and work in the room as well got to write their name on there. So I've kept the shiny blue, glittery gold ones to take home because they just leave glitter everywhere, and I couldn't write on them in permanent texter anyway because the glitter was coming off. So that's decorating our tree at the moment. And then down the bottom here, if you go to my Twitter, you'll see some of the pictures that I left up. We did a Lego sort of STEM activity where they had to design a Christmas themed ornament or decoration. And then once they had designed it, they then had to create a little booklet of instructions on how to make it. So this was my example. I started with the tree and I showed them how I had one long thin piece here and how many, you know, dots it had on it. And then I put the two pieces there, and then I had a light green piece there, and then these ones, and that's my star on top. I didn't have an actual star, so that's my star. And the trunk. And then I role modeled for them just folding up a sheet of paper into some squares and doing step one was the long piece with these two pieces, and I drew the little circles on top and tried to make it a 3D shape for them. Step two was adding the light green two pieces. Step three, step four, step five, and then step six was the trunk. And then that was my instructions for a Christmas tree. I've got to show you though some of my favorites. So this student created a Christmas bauble to stick on the tree. It does actually stick on there, but the tree's very little and all the Lego weighed it down, so that's why we've put them down here. This student created a present and actually got some ribbon to tie around it. This is an elf stocking. What else did we have? This was another tree that was created by another student, different shape, obviously, different set of instructions, which was good. Another Christmas bauble. We had another tree, red tree this time, still with a trunk. This is my, oh no, wait, sorry, this was another one, candy cane. This is my favorite though. It's Rudolph. So cute with a red nose and everything. Oh wait, it's blurry. That's okay. Favorite, absolute favorite. And the series of steps on this one was good because it started with the bottom to build up this sort of, you know, N shape, and then went to the ears. And I love we found this part here in another set of Lego somewhere because all of a sudden the kids wanted to help find the other antler, so they went digging in the boxes for it. So they're all set up around the tree now, and as we do more, they'll add to it, I'm sure. So you can see over here though, we've made some stockings. I'll just move the camera. So I'll see if I can, well, this was my example. I didn't finish mine obviously because I was trying to model it to them. So this was just a template I found on, I'll just move back because the light's a bit funny there. I just went to Google and typed in Christmas stocking, found this template. It had these lines on it here already. I just put it on card, and then I showed the kids how we do our name first, how we get the hole punch to put some holes at the top and get some, it's just raffia onto the back there, and we just taped it down. And then in here I said to them, you need to pick a pattern, and this went in with our maths lessons where we've been talking about, you know, repetitive patterns and how patterns can connect or, you know, disrupt each other sort of a thing, which is why I got the different ones there. And then it's just crepe paper balls on there as well. And this was really good, obviously, for some of my kids that have some fine motor to be able to do that. And then they get pegged up. Just a bit of string. And I've just got the 3M hook there, so I can remove that without ruining any of the paint, you know, at the end of next week, because we've only got a week and a bit to go. I've got some gold paper up there at the moment. I'm thinking of doing a Christmas photo booth where they're going to make the props for the Christmas photo booth, and then I can put the photos up there. One other thing they did though, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this, so I'll move over a bit. Oh, I've got the lights up there too. That's good. Oh, you can see them in this light. That's good. So this was a writing task that they had to do. We've been working on narratives this term. So what they had to do was draw a present in the middle. I didn't tell them what the present was, what it looked like, or anything like that. I said, draw any shaped present that you want and put it in the middle. So you can see there's the present that's in the middle. And then I modeled to them how everyone was going to start with, I wonder if you can see it there, I wasn't expecting that for Christmas. That was going to be the beginning premise of everyone's story. I wasn't expecting that for Christmas. And then I did a role model on the board, but I only role modeled to about here. And the idea being is that it's kind of like a comic and it's going to go around the present. So we all started up here in the top left corner, and then we went around, and they got to pick how much space they used. So you can see this student's only got 4 sections, whereas this one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so they had to establish where on that page the problem was going to happen. And we had those conversations as we went through, and then they just did comic book style drawings. So anything could happen with the present. It was up to them. And then they had to design, you know, an ending, a solution to whatever the problem was. So the problem might not have been the present. The problem might have been something that happened to the present or anything like that. This was an activity we did this afternoon, and I've left it out on the floor so you can see. We did what was it called? A paper chain challenge. So they all got given 1 A4 sheet of paper. They worked with a partner, and everyone had a different color so that we couldn't double up. They were given a certain amount of time, and they were told whoever has the longest paper chain wins. Now, when I role modeled it, I cut my pieces pretty thick, just to see if they could actually determine for themselves. They had to do it thin, and they did really well. So this is our set of paper chains in different colors, and you can clearly see our winner down there. And we're going to use that to help decorate this sort of Christmassy space that we've got going here at the moment. The other activity we've done is one that you can get from, I hope this is the right place, I think it's Teach Starter. If I'm wrong, I'll put some words up here and show you. But these are the reindeer, you put patterns on them and you make, you know, glitter glasses and put a little hat on them. I was very proud of my own one. This was my model for the kids. I think it looks pretty cool. So that was the one that I had as a role model for the class. And again, this tied in with us working in drawing patterns. Oh, there's the rest of them hung up there. So all across the room, looking pretty good. They like those. It took a little while to get it done though, because they were trying to be really, really perfect with their patterns and make them look good. And then, you know, working with glitter and whatnot and painting. So we, the teacher in our next door team taught for that, so that we could have someone working, you know, with painting and some with patterns, just to make sure everything happened there. So I've got more things coming obviously, but there's just some activities. If you want to use those, feel free to go for it. If you've got something different that you think would work really well in my room, please share, please comment below. All of my links and everything are below as well, to Facebook, Twitter, whatnot. And if you haven't subscribed, I will chuck my button down below here for you. I'll put another one of my other videos at the top there. And I really look forward to seeing you in the next video. We've only got 1 week left of school. Thanks, bye.